The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Right away, they'll change the look. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about this Falcon defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And this one's incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. In motion left, Godwin. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mayfield on play action. Escaping the pressure right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
They'll run. Here's the former Seminole. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Mayfield going to switch things up here.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
And now an audible here into something else. He'll try again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
To the air, Penix.
Here's a diving catch right side. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
They'll go play action here with Penix. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
And looking to throw, Penix.
Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson,
his 25th touchdown, tying him and Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Falcons are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Now the extra point try forthcoming.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
But ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
7-7, our score after one. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Baker going to change it up. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there. And
so you're going to put a running back at fullback knowing he don't meet the weight limit to put him at fullback. Okay, I got you. You want to break rules? I got you. I got you. I promise you I got you.
Stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7.
Warrick Dunn suspended the next game. Since you want to put him out there,
and they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
you want to put Travis Etienne at fullback, Warrick Dunn going to be suspended.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. In motion, the tight end. Now Mayfield on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop.
Yeah, what's up? Hold on. Oh, man, I got to fix it. Put it over the thing. Come on.
They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
You in the garage?
Came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because
Come on in,
perfect pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to get
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Damn, look at that.
To throw, Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
The decision for Todd Bowles, and he says let's go for it on 4th down. They throw it out right complete, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Baker changing the play at the line. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Falcons are going to take possession here as they've got it.
Fuck you, nigga.
The defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 2nd and 5. Now Penix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schwartz. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, looks like they'll move things around here. Penix going to look to throw on first down. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. A play fake. Now Penix. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Okay, you ready?
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Etienne up the middle. And shoving his way inside the 35. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Mayfield. Flush to his right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot. Forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
Mayfield going to switch things up here. And the tight end goes in motion left. Play fake. Mayfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Here's Penix on 1st and 10.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%. And I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
They'll throw with Penix.
Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Penix.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Baker going to change it up. Mayfield now on 2nd down. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th.
He completes it to Evans. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Back to Robinson now on first down. Touchdown, Falcons! Bijan Robinson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Coup now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. First down, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Now they'll audible to something else. On second down, they'll run it here. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Baker changing the play at the line. Evans, the man in motion left. And Mayfield just getting the play off. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 130 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Penix. Dancing to his left. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Penix to throw on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Penix. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Mayfield now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. That is caught. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Mayfield on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Mayfield going to switch things up here. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Evans has it left side. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Fourth down, Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now they'll change things up. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So nothing doing there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Troy Anderson. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And nothing to speak of there after the catch as they get him right to the ground at the 37. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's into the clear. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Throwing on 1st down is Penix. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Mayfield off the play fake. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Now Baker going to change it up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear.